Here's a few techniques that you can apply in both Muay Thai and Muay Boran sparring. This one is a lunging jab because you're kind of lunging forward a little bit. It's similar to a stiff jab, but there's a little bit of a slight jump. And this is something that you can apply every time you spar. Another one is the spinning hook kick, or the crocodile whips its tail, jarake fahang, which is something that you can use to surprise your opponent. And you throw it when you feel like your opponent's not expecting it. It is something that you could do from the get-go, or something that you throw as a surprise move. The cross, obviously, you could do straight or a little bit looping, depending on where the opening is. This is something that is most common in both Muay Thai and Muay Boran because it's a very basic punch. But it's something that obviously you need to train in sparring to work on your timing. And so, though it's common, some people tend to take it for granted because it's something that is simple. But if you can apply a cross, then you can pretty much use it for any type of combination. Knees is another thing that you could apply both Muay Boran and Muay Thai. Right there, you add it with a combination. And you can set it up whether it's a straight knee or a side knee. When you're clinching, obviously you can do it. If it's allowed, then you can also take your opponent down, depending on what the rules are, because it's not just about Muay Thai rules where you got to keep it standing. We're talking about Muay Boran too, where you can keep going till you take them down. You could throw a jump knee after you push them out. It just depends on what's available to you. And this is a way to bridge the gap, again, and keep on going. A looping hook is another basic punch that you should master, both in Muay Thai and Muay Boran. This is something you could apply in sparring, especially with the gloves on, because it's very basic and you can add it to your combinations that include the cross, your jabs, your uppercuts, and so on. The looping hook is a little bit wider than just a regular hook, but it's still as effective. The hammer punch is more Muay Boran than Muay Thai. You're going away from your basic strike, so this is more unorthodox striking, which is most commonly used when you take your opponent down and do ground and pound, but we also apply the hammer in stand-up to throw your opponent off. Low kicks is something that we do a lot in both Muay Thai and Muay Boran. Believe it or not, this is a specialty in certain Muay Boran techniques where you really go low. And it's something that you have to be careful in terms of if your opponent is going to try to check you. It's important to strike low when you have the opportunity. Just make sure that you are kicking below the knee, especially when you're doing it inside, because you don't want to get that check. Oblique kick is something that you can throw your opponent off with. It is a technique that we also apply mostly in Muay Boran rather than Muay Thai. But again, it complements everything else that you do. Okay, the ankle kick, or te datum lang, this is something that you can apply to surprise your opponent because it's a very quick flick kick with your ankle. And it's not so much about trying to knock your opponent out with it. It's a way to set up your opponent so that you can throw other strikes or even other kicks. Like right here, you can throw it and do a back kick. And speaking of back kicks, right here we're talking about guang leo lang, which is a back kick in Muay Boran, which is also applied in Muay Thai if you know how to use it. Obviously, it's more Muay Boran technique. It's something that you can add with your arsenal, and if you hit your opponent right, and if it lands, you can really get your opponent. So there you have it, some common Muay Thai and Muay Boran techniques that you can apply in sparring.